It is D-Day in the Pac-12 because we are waiting for a ruling to come down from the Washington State Supreme Court to determine who has control of the Pac-12. And again, I would tell you, if you're on the money line here, I'd be betting the Pac-2 because, again, everybody I've spoken to, everybody that I know that has an opinion and is in the know on this situation believes that Oregon State and Washington State are in the driver's seat, particularly because they have the lower court ruling. And let's use an instant replay reference. It has to be undeniable proof to overturn the lower court ruling. And nobody sees that there is undeniable proof that Washington and the other 9 members exiting the Pac-12 deserve relief from the Washington State Supreme Court. But there is this other interesting twist, which is why I think the exiting 10 members have been so vocal. The Pac-2, Washington State and Oregon State, have blocked $61 million in revenue distributions because remember now, anything that happens in the Pac-12 until this ruling comes down has to be unanimous. And the exiting 10 members say that the Pac-2 are blocking them from each getting $5 million as part of this distribution. That may well have a sway on the Washington Supreme Court. But again, Jake, I just don't see a way that the exiting 10 members of the Pac-12 win this case.
Absolutely. I think that, the Pac-2 obviously has the leverage here based on how that initial ruling went. And I think the amazing thing about this whole case, this whole situation between the 10 who left and the 2 who stayed is that neither side seems to want to acquiesce and sort of come to the middle. And that's what's so surprising to me is that you have a situation where both stand to lose something, right? Where the 10 who left stand to lose this money they feel that they've earned and they're entitled to. And the Pac-2 stand to lose, I don't know, just your future by not acquiescing, coming to the middle and saying, okay, you can have this past year's, earnings that you would have had already, and then get the hell out of here. But they don't want to do that. And the thing that I don't quite understand is why the holdup? Why string this thing along? Why not come together from both sides of this thing and get a settlement done? Well, why not? Why do you want to sit here and fight? And I'm not saying one side's more guilty than the other, whatever the case may be. What I'm saying is that the future of this conference is largely in the balance, and the future and health of Washington State and Oregon State is obviously hanging in the balance something fierce. And I think that's the thing that we can't get away from here. This whole Mountain West Conference, scheduling alliance that we've been telling you about for a month now, 2 months or whatever it's been, we've been telling you this. Now that that's happened, it does beg the question, like, hey, who's going to go which way? Is it going to be the Mountain West joining the PAC or the Pac-2 joining the Mountain West? And I think based on the result of this case, that is going to have a kind of a big impact on that situation. So that's why I say both sides stand to gain and lose based on the way this goes. But yeah, right now the Pac-2 has the upper hand. You obviously got the lower courts to rule in your favor. And now the Supreme Court of Washington is, again, reviewing the case, meaning, hey, we need to look at this and see, is there any merit to additional hearings? Is there merit to further conversation, further debate on how this should go? What should be done about this? Should it stay status quo? Like, that's what they're doing here. So you're not even in a position as the 10 who left to go in front of the Supreme Court of Washington yet and say, hey, this is our case. You had that opportunity. You lost to the Pac-2, and now you're sitting here, sitting on your hands. And I think that's a tough place to be.
Well, and I don't think you can have it both ways. I think if you're the exiting 10 members of the conference, listen, you're entitled to everything that you've earned this year. Up until, June 30th, you're entitled to everything that you've earned. But I don't believe, and this is my opinion, I don't believe the Pac-2 have acted, in some kind of great injustice. I don't believe that the Pac-2, Washington State and Oregon State, are doing anything but protecting their best interests and trying to build a future. And the bigger issue is I see a significant hypocrisy in what the exiting 10 members of the Pac-12 have done here. You treated USC and UCLA the same way, And now, again, as though you are Florida State, as though you are Patrick Mahomes and Kadarius Toney, somehow you don't want the rules applied to you that you applied to others. And it's remarkable to me how many times recently we've had this exact same conversation. The problem with the exiting 10 members of the Pac-12 is you set a precedent when you treated USC, UCLA, and Colorado in the manner that you did, which is you yanked them off the board of directors the minute that they let you know they were leaving. And now the same thing happened to you the minute you let everybody else know you were leaving, and you want special treatment.
Which is why it's so incredible when you went to court to argue this thing, your best argument was, hey, it's not fair. How is that your best argument? How is it that you set that precedent by your very own behavior, and then when you needed to show up and fight for your cause, you essentially had no arguments prepared other than, hey, it's unfair, it's unjust, hey, let me throw in the Michigan shtick, due process, like, dude, we've seen this story before. And as much as I want to sit here and evangelize for what these 10 deserve, you deserve what you can argue. And you did an absolute abysmal job arguing your side of this conversation when you had your day in court, which is why you're in the position you're in.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, do I think you should get those earnings from this past year? Yeah. But the problem with that is you didn't do a good enough job in court arguing, so you're probably not going to get those earnings, and you can take your wagon into the sunset and go off into your new conference, because that's what you have left.
But I also think I look at this situation, and I think there are a lot of people supporting the exiting 10 members who believe that there's some injustice here. There is no injustice. The two remaining members, Washington State and Oregon State, have not said that they are going to withhold future revenue payments from this current season. And I would also remind you, the exiting 10 members have only asked for the revenue they've earned for this ongoing season. They have not been withheld. The issue here is the exiting 10 members appealed to the Washington State Supreme Court, who said everything's got to be unanimous. Yet for the months leading up to that appeal, nothing was unanimous. Nothing was consensual. You guys ran your faces into each other in arbitration and couldn't agree. What makes you think now that it would be justified for the remaining two members, Washington State and Oregon State, to play by the rules that you want to set forth? I don't think withholding this money, I truly do not think that they are doing the wrong thing here. I do not. I think if I were Oregon State and Washington State, I'd be doing the exact same thing, because I do believe that there is a massive hypocrisy taking place with the exiting 10 members.
And the reality of the situation is, we know for a fact that Oregon State and more specifically Washington State feels like, they're a victim and it's us against the world. And, and I don't blame them for that. I'm not criticizing you for that. I understand why you feel that way. But being that you feel that way, I would be sticking it to the 10 who left. Yeah, I would be sticking it to every, dotted I and crossed T in the paperwork, dude. And I think that's what's so surprising to me about, again, to your point, like the Florida State stuff or the Michigan stuff, or now this Pac-2 versus Pac-10 stuff. Like, the paperwork says what the paperwork says. You guys were a bunch of kids at a playground. You wrote down on a piece of paper what the agreement was. Y'all signed it. And now 3 months later, when you got kicked off your own playground, you don't like what the piece of paper says that you agreed to.
That's right.
So what the hell are we supposed to do about it other than go to the new conference and just get on with it? And that's why I say at the beginning of this conversation, both of these sides have things to lose, because frankly, I'm at a point with it with the 10 who left where I'm like, dude, you guys look kind of silly now. You do. You guys are kind of making fools out of yourself with the way you've handled this situation, because if you're going to roll up to court, and again, I know I keep saying this, I don't mean to be repetitive, but that was your best argument. Like literally we're doing the show on that day, and I'm sitting here coming up with argument after argument right off the top of my head. And I'm like, bro, we're getting reporting out of everybody saying, yeah, the lawyer for the 10 who left is saying it's unfair. And I'm like, did you really think that that's how you were going to win this? Did you think that a judge was going to feel sorry for you? Or maybe, or maybe I'll do you one better. Maybe you took the politician route. Hey, I just assumed that the judge or the politician, the person who's not involved in the sporting world, would be uneducated about what the paperwork said.
Right.
Like,
yeah, they're not going to read the bylaws.
Like what? What
judge reads bylaws?
Like, what are you talking about, dude? Why would you think that? I know she is only a judge in the legal system. They don't read anything. I mean, it's not like they're quite literally paid to read things before they go to the court each day. So that's why I say it's a situation where at the beginning of this whole thing, I was like, yeah, dude, the 10 who left totally have a corner to argue from here. Now, they may not win, but they've definitely got a leg to stand on in terms of an argument they can make. The paperwork's against them. But any good lawyer knows that it's not about necessarily what the paperwork says in black and white on a piece of paper. It's about what you can argue in the real world scenario.
Yes.
And they didn't take that approach.
Yep, totally agree. Who sent you this Venmo?
OG Gary.
OG Gary. Dude, Gary, you're such a stud. Dude.
And OG Gary, and I haven't sent this to you yet, has also just sent me a picture that he ordered $30 worth of a Buckshot variety pack.
And look at Chris Karn. You guys, this is amazing.
We're heating up.
Giving Tuesday on the Monty Show, hooking up, man. Chris Karn, my guy Chris Karn, made a donation to the Advocates on Venmo, sent me the picture, and now his beautiful little girl holding the BuckedUp. What do we got there, Karn? She's got the BuckedUp, and she's got the BuckedUp shaker. Dude, you got a beautiful kitchen.
Is that Von Moger's flavor?
Right
there on the right. Look, I'm looking at. We got Von Moger's flavor of pre-workout that looks just like it.
Hell, but whatever it is, I believe it's a BuckedUp pre-workout with the shaker cup. That's a hell of a. I love me some shutters in a kitchen with some nice cabinets. Chris Karn's living right. And I would also say to Chris Karn, we've got to come and get some revenge on that golf course of yours.
Yeah, dude.
I might have lost an entire crate of golf balls on a golf course when I played with Chris Karn. It was not good.
This place is empty.
The opposite of full.
The opposite of full.
Oh my God, Chris, appreciate you as always. Chris Karn, one of our long times on the show. Always appreciate those guys. OG Gary, a long time. You look at Delaric, our guy Delaric today, donating $25. Appreciate that. Maury Alvarez giving 5 memberships.
Let's go, Maury.
Let's go, Maury. Appreciate you. Aaron Wilson gifting a membership.
Let's go, Aaron. Appreciate
Let's go.
You, bro.
See, Giving Tuesday. It feels good, man. And if you're just tuning in, we're giving away not one, but 2 $100 gift cards. It's Christmas, man. It is Christmas. And we want to make it easier for you to do your Christmas shopping. We're giving away 2 $100 gift cards. All you have to do, and you can win them both. You can win, and Chris Karn and OG Gary are already in the win them both category. Interact with the Advocates. They are raising money with The Road Home, one of the foremost homeless advocacy groups in this country, to give homeless folks in our communities jackets, hats, gloves, socks, the things they need to survive. Man, we love that. I am so passionate about helping others. I tell you, and I know that we've all got problems. Like, I'm stressing over a package that's being delivered today. I got to be honest with you, I'm a little stressed about it because I have no idea what it is. But we all have issues in our life, right? Trust me when I say we're all in the 1%. And I just really hope that we can have that perspective this holiday season. Let's help those less fortunate. Let's partner with the Advocates in The Road Home. $1, $5, $1 million, whatever you have. You can donate in the tip jar. Absolutely, you can. Hit them on Venmo, like 3, 4, 5 people already today have in 15 minutes. Advocates donations on Venmo. Just put Monty Homeless. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Look at DK with $50 for the Advocates. Let's go. Let's go, you guys. I love this. You're all entered. Everybody who's made a donation, you are all entered.
Appreciate you guys.
To win the $100 Amazon gift card. And I don't mind bribing you. I truly do not mind bribing you. The advocates are, and I tell you this all the time, the advocates are such good people. And we all know them as great injury attorneys. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But man, they work in their communities.
Mm-hmm.
Hook it up, the advocates on Venmo, or show me you're bucked up, man. Absolutely show me you're bucked up. Send me a picture of you interacting with BuckedUp. You can send it to Jake, SLC Jake, or me, The Monty Show, MONTY, The Monty Show,
now,
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
We all remember what happened in last week's competition.
Well,
last week got heated with the BuckedUp portion because people started making videos and got creative with pictures.
Oak State James is in big time.
Yeah, he's in. We had Aaron Wilson last week rolling into a Walmart telling someone to get out of his way.
Get out of my way, dude. Get out of my way,
yeah,
dude.
dude. So video submissions are always welcome as well.
Absolutely. Oh, hey, look at that. Christopher Parker donating a membership.
Oh, let's go.
Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate that very much. Giving Tuesday off to a rousing start. A rousing start. I love it. Appreciate you guys. Let's get your comments on the Pac-12. Mike Smith, hope everything goes well and a speedy recovery for Mrs. Salamini. Mrs. Salamini, what happened?
Where's the Italian?
Where's Salamini? I'm stressing. Wife is having surgery in 2 days. I'll try to be nice to you guys today.
Dude,
Bro.
hope it goes well, man. Seriously.
Yeah,
Hope
seriously.
it goes well.
Salamini, appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. Hope everything is good. Everybody, look at our community today. Jeff Woodworth, thoughts with you, Adam. Amen to that. Christopher Shannon, I'm so bricked up right now.
You're damn right you are, dude. You are damn right you are.
I'm so bricked up right now.
I'm saying. DK says Florida wasting more taxpayer dollars investigating the college football playoff committee.
Well, I'm waiting for the suit. I'm waiting for the suit.
Oh, it's coming now because, as DK points out, the Florida Attorney General's involved now. Like, it's getting crazy, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It is absolutely getting crazy. Maury Alvarez, our great Floridian Maury Alvarez, exiting 10 equal Patty Mahomey in their arguments. Exact. Well, we don't like the rules, bro. Can't apply them to us because we don't like them. But we'll apply them to everybody else when it helps us. That's essentially what he's saying.
I am getting inundated with entries.
Let's go. I love it.
Gabe Ledley has, and I love you, Gabe. You didn't follow directions, but I love you, and I appreciate you.
What did
You
he do?
Venmo'd us $50. We'll send that along. Thank
Yes, we
you
will.
for advocates donations.
Lopes fan Gabe on Twitter, his son. Listen to what little Lope is doing. I'm telling you, and I think, isn't it Lopes fan Gabe on? I want to make sure I get his Instagram name right.
Yeah, it's Lopes fan Gabe.
Yeah, he has a little Lope, as we call him, who has a baseball drip business.
Really?
Yes, and it is remarkable.
Bro, young entrepreneurs.
I love it. And I want to make sure that I put it out there. Where is Gabe? I will find that. Why can't I find Gabe Ledley's account? What the heck?
He blocked you.
He did block me. There he is right there. There it is right there. He's got this great little kid that's a baseball player, and it's Legendary Drip AZ.
Let's go.
Legendary Drip AZ on Instagram. Go support little dude, man. Go give that account a follow. Legendary Drip AZ. I love that kids open businesses.
Mm-hmm.
I think that entrepreneurial mindset is amazing. Let's see. Mike Smith says, Aaron on game as always. What did Aaron do? Gifted a membership, of course.
Let's go, Aaron.
Jay Chapman. What's up, Jay? Good to see you. Long time. Christopher, the pro rata they already used up. Christopher Shannon, dude, just send Washington State and Oregon State to the Big 12. Enough with this stuff. And this is the amazing part. That's never been talked about. That's never been talked about. I think the strong play for Washington State, and in particular Oregon State, get to the Mountain West as soon as you can, because Oregon State can win the Mountain West next football season. There's just no doubt about it. I understand it's not a P5. I get that. I totally get that. But get to the Mountain West as soon as you can. To me, that's the whole nine for the PAC too.
Mm-hmm.
Salamini, they aren't making a ruling. They are reviewing to see whether they will kick it back to the lower court with suggestions.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a review.
Yeah, it is a review. Call it what you like. Essentially, the Supreme Court is reviewing this ruling by the lower court, and there is a wide variety of options on the table. My feeling is that no changes will be made. But I did hear today that the lower court ruling could be amended to say, hey, and I need you to send that to me again. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
I'm new with technology. A lower court ruling could be amended to say, language specific to revenues in 23-24.
Right.
I mean, I could absolutely see that happening. I could no doubt see that happening. Somebody in the know mentioned that to me today. I could absolutely see that happening. No doubt about it.
Hey, if that's what happens, great. But I think that that would be, in my opinion, very lucky for the 10 who left. That would be, because I'm just a big believer, man. And I understand if you're sitting on the Supreme Court of a state that you have a certain responsibility to look at the facts of this case in an unbiased fashion and make an evaluation. Totally get it.
Yep.
But if that is what you're tasked with, I have trouble understanding why you would grant the 10 who left their rev shares.
Yeah.
That's what I have trouble with. So if that were to happen, if they review it and they send it back down with, hey, the 10 who left need to get their rev share for this year, then I don't know, man. I obviously best case scenario for everyone, but I'm not sure that that's just.
All right, let's get Chris George entered in to win a $100 Amazon gift card. He's got the whole buckshot right there.
Let's go.
He's got the variety pack sitting there. He's also got, look at that. Look at my guy.
What's he eating there? That looks amazing.
That's a taco. That is absolutely a taco.
Man.
That is gorgeous. And he's got the what flavor is that, sir?
Oh,
excuse me. Is that not the matching blue Raz?
Okay.
Hey, yeah. But we got to get Oak State James.
Yeah, let me get Oak State James.
Yeah, grab me some Oak State James. Yeah. Well, I point out that Gabe Ledley gives us an advocates donation. You guys are amazing today. It's such a good cause. Giving $50, Gabe Ledley to the advocates. Amazing, dude. Absolutely amazing. And it is, I cannot tell you how well spent your dollars are when you donate to the advocates. I mean, they put it right back into the community, man. And I just cannot continue to tell you. It's not the, a lot of you are going to say, well, they're paying you. They're not paying me to talk about this. They pay me to tell you, hey, the advocates are the best injury attorneys in the business. When you get in a car accident, a motorcycle accident, you get hurt at work, go to the advocates, right? That's what we're paid to tell you. They don't ask us to hey, raise money but why would I not when they're doing such good work in the community? I can't even imagine why we would not help those less fortunate than us when we are the 1%, y'all. We are absolutely the 1%.